All right, so I'm sitting here at Isle Royal and I have some time. My fire maple or whatever brand. This is a question about the piezoelectric, which should start this automatically, but it hasn't been. And I just got it to work, and I wanted to show you what I did to make it work. So let me show you. I'm going to take this. All of these stoves are probably pretty much the same, since the Chinese probably just copied the. I'm forgetting the American name, JetBoil. So you want to unscrew this thing from the valve. I can't. I'm trying to do it with one hand. I can't. I'm going to set the camera down. Just unscrew that. When you get that unscrewed, this will come out. And then on mine, at any rate, this will just come off because it's held down by that screw. And you got to kind of feed this electrode out. Get that off. Now, mine had an insulating washer over it, and I honestly am not sure why I took that off, because I think my problem was, and oh well, let me show you. So this thing is just clipped in, so you can spread these two clips apart, and then this whole thing will come out, and you can see it's got a brass end on it here. And I don't know if this was a problem or not, but I cleaned all the corrosion off of that. And then there is a contact in here. You can see, and there was some corrosion on that end that I cleaned off. Again, I'm not sure, but that directs your power over to the middle. Now, this thing was really loose, so this comes off. You can take it out, and then I scraped off any stuff. I also scraped the inside of this ring with my knife. This is all just plastic, and you need to be able to get an electrical charge to go from through here to here and up this thing. And that's why I don't really understand why this ring is there. This ring just fits loosely over that valve. And what I found is when I took this out and I tighten this down really hard, and now I'm getting good contact between that ring and the base. So I guess make sure the surface of the ring is clean too. All right, we're gonna put our piezoelectric thing back in here. So that'll just push in there and then push it forward. Make sure it's making good contact with this back here. All right. Now we're going to put, there's some feet over there. So I got to turn it this way, and then we're just going to land that right there. Probably be a good time to clean this a little bit. Okay. Now we're going to screw this down, and I'm going to, you can see, let's see. You can see that underneath, it makes contact with that circle down there. Let's see, I'm not going to be able to focus down there very well. Well, anyways, so I'm going to screw it down nice and tight so that it has good contact. All right. Now, normally, this electrode would be out in the middle of here, but and this may be the only problem that I had in the first place, and none of the corrosion stuff. But what I found is that wherever this connects inside this device, there seems to be, whether it's a cracked solder or something. If I turn it this way, I don't get a spark, and I just kept turning it around, and I actually put one end on my spoon and then had the electrode here as I was turning it around to try to do some tests, and it would only spark when it was facing that direction. I don't know. I mean, it wouldn't spark when it was facing this direction. It might spark if you were facing this direction. I don't know, but I'm going to show you I'm getting a spark. Let's see here. Let's do this in slow motion. All right, now I know I'm getting a good spark, but because it's now way off to the side and not over the top like it should be, it's not, even if I turn on the gas, it's not going to light it. But it does work if I put my pot on it. Now the gas is going to accumulate in there. And it'll light. All right. There you go. Easy peasio.